Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Yes, I'm also a Pokemon fan. I grew up with it as a wee little lad, and what excites me now, as I'm an adult, is all the mods that have come out for these games, plus all the newer games. Sure, they're cool. I haven't played many of the newer ones, to be honest, but this excites me. I'm playing one today called Pokemon Unbound, and never played this one before. My first hacked Pokemon game was called Glazed, and I loved it. I've already played it like twice before I started streaming, so I figured I almost wanted to play that again, but I'm like, let's do a different game. And a lot of people online recommended this one, I saw, so I got that set up this morning. We're gonna try it out and see what it's all about. Would you like to skip certain cutscenes during gameplay? Absolutely not. You're here for the story. This option may be changed at any point using the options menu. Fair enough. Long ago, the Borrius Region was engulfed by a great war with the Kalos? Go with Kalos. The Kalos region. It was a brutal war, one which lasted many years. During that time, Kalos managed to seize the upper hand. On the brink of defeat, the Borrian king summoned a dark force to help turn the tides of battle. The Kalosonian army's advantage was lost almost instantly. As soon as it entered the battlefield, the Dark Force used its power to create portals and transport the invading army back to Kalos. With the foreign army gone, the war seemed at an end for Borrius. However, their king, overcome by his lust for power, sent the Borrian army through the portals as well. The war continued to rage in Kalos for several years. Many more men and Pokemon were conscripted to fight and inevitably met their end on the battlefield. One such Pokemon having been a dear friend of the Kalosian king. Overcome with grief, the king built a device to restore its life, granting himself immortality in the process. But this traumatic event left him scarred and filled with anger. Unable to forgive the world that had hurt his precious Pokemon, he turned his machine into a giant weapon, the ultimate weapon. The king became a bringer of destruction that ended the war. With the war over, what little remained of the Borrian army returned home, and the king's Pokemon left him, and the battlefield became silent. Yet, peace was still to come. Enraged over the fruitless war fought, survivors of the war wished for an ample compensation from the Borrian king. When he had nothing to offer them, they began to manipulate the Dark Force to attack the Borrian kingdom in an attempted coup. In an effort to stop the madness, the Borrian king gathered the legendary Pokemon Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres. Using the power of the three birds combined with the plates of Arceus, a Pokemon that shaped the universe, a prison was created for the Dark Force, sealing its power. It became a shadow of its former self. Stripped of its power, it was taken in by the king and supervised by his progeny, until one fateful day, 16 years ago. Arceus, I fear my time's almost up. This Pokemon. If this next experiment goes south, it will fall right into the hands. I told him using its power is dangerous, but without my guidance, I worry he'll settle on it as an alternative method for achieving his goal. And that's why I need to do this. It's gone. Now it's time for you to go too, Arceus. Did he just drown that Pokemon? Is that Pokemon trapped for eternity now under the sea? Because that's kind of messed up. Just saying. There's no point in you sticking around any longer. Just promise me one thing. Please, watch over my child. Elsewhere. How can I fulfill Grampy's wish if I can't even catch a single Pokemon? I promised him I'd finish it, but at this point, I don't see how that will even be possible. Please, Arceus, if you're real, give me a sign that everything will work out. Oh, and there we have it. A Pokeball? Here? Now? Arceus is real after all. This Pokemon. Ooh, Pa! It appears, Grampy, that there may be a way after all. It's time for the eternal flower to bloom once more. Pokemon Unbound. Welcome to Pokemon Unbound. Before you begin playing, please be aware that this game is a non-profit fan game. If you paid for this game, reclaim your money immediately. Additionally, if you are using one of the Eclipse, Delta, or No Symbol GBA emulators to play the game, change your emulator immediately. If you're playing on a flash cart, be aware constantly fixing the time drift may cause issues during play.